Welcome back. Well, parents, if you've got a toddler at home, you might have some questions about their changing, their sleeping habits, right? Well, here to help with those is Senior Vice President of Beds Express, David Riddle. David, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Now, of course, parents, as they're starting to transition their kids from the crib to the bed, what are some things that they need to take into consideration?
Well, one thing is to know when the right time is. About the time the child starts to want to climb out of their crib, or is a good indication that it's probably time to transition into either a toddler bed or into a twin size bed or full.
Gotcha. And so, you said something you really said was when they start climbing out of the bed. I remember, speaking of just Father's Day a little bit, I remember my dad has always told me that story. That's when they knew with me that it was time to get her out of the crib, get her into the bed. What are some things that parents need to know, some important points they need to know when they are making that transition, how they can make that transition seamless?
Well, one thing is you can take the crib mattress and use it for a toddler bed, so the expense is not so great versus going into a twin bed. But in a long run, a twin bed will end up being one that you'll have for a much longer period of time. And so instead of investing in another headboard, footboard, and rail system for a toddler bed, you can just go ahead and transition either to a twin or a full-size bed. I know with my daughter, who's now 25, who has her own child, we transitioned into a queen-size bed because we had the room. And so they really need to consider how much room they have, the space inside the child's room.
Okay. And age, I mean, are we talking about a specific age, or it's kind of varies?
It'll vary. Usually that's going to be right around the 2-year age, somewhere in there. A lot of times it has to do with the height of the child and just each individual, knowing your own child, how active they are and such as that. I know my daughter transitioned very early because she climbed very quickly.
Was it a smooth transition?
Yes, very smooth.
Okay.
Because we did go to the bigger size.
Okay. So, and then speaking of a smooth transition, I'm sure parents want to know, what are some things they should think of in terms of the environment that they set up for their kids?
Try to not have a television in the bedroom.
Okay.
Try to let them go to sleep with lights off. Have good quality bedding. I would suggest to not ever buy anything from a used dealer or a used vendor or from yard sales or something like that. Get a brand new mattress. Know that you're getting a good quality support. Get a good quality pillow for them. Make sure it fits them. Have good quality sheets to make the whole environment in the room very cozy for them.
Perfect, perfect. Kids are sleeping like king and queens, right? Kings and queens.
Should be,
Thank you so much, David. Thanks so much for being here. Now, all of this will be on our website, WIAT.com.